Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your 2022 tarot reading. I'm Heather, and this is the Sacred Rev, and I'm so happy that you are here with me today. So let's take a second before we begin to just drop into our hearts. So let's close our eyes, take a deep breath, and we call on our guides to support us, to assist us, so that we, both you and I, can receive powerful and clear messages today. Okay, let's get into it. So I am going to first pull a card about the good stuff that's coming, Scorpio. These are the things that you can look forward to and that are going to be a positive influence on your life. And you got Judgment. So this is about a brand new chapter. It's like you are coming to and this is going to happen like in the middle of the year sometime. Like you are going to realize that you are in the end stage of something and you're done. Okay, it can be with an array of things. You could change your job, you could change your partner, you could change where you're living, you could change the way that you're showing up for yourself. You're just definitely going to get to a point where you see the end mark. Like this is the way that it's been going is not working. It's not going to be sustainable. And then you are choosing to be essentially born again and restart that area of your life in a completely new way. And this is when you do this, there's going to be this point where you're going to look back at the previous chapter and you're going to give yourself a lot of credit because you're going to be able to see for the first time that you've done the best that you could. You may have been questioning yourself, prior to you making this decision, that perhaps you're not being a good employee, being a good lover, making the right choice with yourself, beating yourself up. But you're actually going to have a lot of perspective come to you where you're not judging yourself. And this is essentially a judgment day where you get to be reborn, and your angels and your guides will be there next to you to help open your mind and help you to perceive the truth that you actually were doing the best job that you possibly could. And that is going to help you to move on. Okay? Okay, so let's take a look at the other side of life. Your challenge. What can you expect challenge-wise? And this is also your growth point. So you, my Scorpios, you have the Hanged Man. Okay? So this is very interesting because this card is all about your perception. And I was literally just talking about how you're going to be at this fork in the road, right? And it's going to be, you're going to have this period of when you're in your judgment day, when you're making that transition from the old chapter to the new chapter, where you don't really know where to go. You know that the chapter needs to change and you know that it's done, but you don't really know what is next. And I feel this is going to be like a little while. It's not like you're just going to recognize this one day and then you're just going to change. This is a process. So there will be a period of time where you're just going to be hanging around. You're just going to have to be waiting for that new perspective to come in. And the advice or the challenge here is to not be too impatient, because this is something that's a long time coming, and you don't want to rush the process, because that next chapter where you go will depend on that hanged man middle ground, middle time that you need to allow yourself to go through. Okay, Scorpios, let's do the last card, which is an advice card and guidance from my beloved goddess deck. And let's see what is coming up for you. You got Sedna, infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So this is something to keep in mind, that when you are feeling like you may not have that answer and you may not know which way you're going, that no matter what, you're gonna be okay. It's the house thing is coming up for me, like you really needing to change your living situation and not being afraid, right? Because we sometimes get afraid to leave that last chapter, even though we know we need to. And I feel like you're losing something, but in reality, you're gaining this entirely new life. And so that card is here to remind you that no matter what, you are going to be taken care of. All right, Scorpios, thank you so much for being here with me today. Whenever you're watching this, and I will see you later. I wish you nothing but the best in this coming year.